Hey there, it's Jake from Textla, and today we're going to be talking about Twilio Trust Score, as well as their T-Mobile limits that are imposed on local numbers. And then this is also going to cover if you've received any 323 errors. It's the daily message cap reached errors. That's going to be covered in this video. It has to do with Trust Score and your T-Mobile limits. So to kick it off, what is a Trust Score? So if you have a local number, you have to submit A2P 10DLC registration to kind of verify the number and the compliance on what you're sending. So to kick it off, there's 3 different brands that you can submit for A2P 10DLC. There's sole proprietor, which means you did not include an EIN or any tax information. That does not assign a trust score, and you're limited to 1,000 message segments per day for T-Mobile numbers. Next up is low volume standard brands. So this is if you submitted your registration with an EIN and you chose low volume standard. It's a $4 one-time fee. This also does not assign you a trust score, and you get a limit of 2,000 T-Mobile segments per day. And we can look at this right here. This is what it's going to look like. You'll see on your brands page, low volume standard, and you'll see these T-Mobile daily limits. They say 2,000 to 200,000, and the trust score says not applicable. But the only way that you can get 200,000 message segments a day is if you are in the Russell 3000 index. So only 3,000 companies have access to that. So most likely you're in the boat of 2,000 message segments per day. And then last up is if you registered with a standard brand, then it actually is going to assign you a trust score, and that's where this really matters. So trust score is based on, it's just an algorithm that kind of runs in the background when you submit your verification. Once you get assigned a trust score, that's what's going to impose these T-Mobile messaging limits. Keep in mind, this is just for T-Mobile. So if you are hitting those daily cap reached errors, that's just when you're sending to T-Mobile numbers is when you're hitting that cap. So if you have a list full of AT&T numbers, you're never going to hit this cap. Even if you are on the low volume standard brand, it only applies to T-Mobile. So once you get the trust score back on the standard brand, you can see if it's 1 to 24, you'll have 2,000 T-Mobile segments a day. 25 to 49 is 10,000. 50 to 74 is 40,000, and 75 to 100 is 200,000. And we can just pull up this brands page. This is what it's going to look like. You can see we got hit with a pretty low trust score on this account. So we got hit with a 16. That means we're only able to send 2,000 T-Mobile segments a day on our local number. But whatever you kind of see here, you'll see the trust score, and that will translate the T-Mobile daily limits kind of based on this chart here. So a couple solutions if you want to raise that. So let's say you're getting hit with those daily message cap reached errors, and you want to raise, your trust score and your T-Mobile daily limits. First off, if you're on a low volume standard brand, all you'll have to do is create an actual standard brand. That's going to be a $44 one-time fee, and you will have to resubmit your verification for A2P 10DLC. I'll leave the link to that video in the description, so you can go back through that. Then they're going to assign you a trust score, and they're going to assign you new limits. And if the limits still aren't enough, let's say, you submit the standard brand and then you come back with still 2,000 daily limits, you can reach out to Twilio support in a support ticket. I have a video on how to do that I'll put in the description as well. You just type out the support ticket, letting them know that you'd like to increase your trust score, increase your T-Mobile daily limits, and they'll get back to you and try to work with you to do that. Another option is actually switching your number to be a toll-free number, because this is not impacted by your trust score or any T-Mobile daily limits. You're able to send as much as you'd like on a verified toll-free number. So I'll leave the link to purchase a phone number in the description, as well as verify your toll-free number. If there's anything else I can help out with, feel free to just email me at jake@textla.com, and I'm happy to help out. Have a great rest of your day.